What's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin from Cigar Prop. We're going to talk about this cigar in a second, but I got a little bit of a PSA, a public service announcement for you cats and kittens out there. Stop using the UPS store. I just came out of the UPS store. Line out the door. I'm watching people get rung up for their packages, and all the UPS store seems to be nowadays is just an Amazon return facility. That's all it is. I hate going in there, but every now and then I do see people using the UPS store to ship packages. Go figure. We're in line. It was backed out the door because this one gentleman complaining about the price, swore he shipped whatever for less money. So a whole big thing. But the point of my story is, so the package I had was twice as big as his, 3 times heavier, and 8 times the value of what he was declaring. I shipped my package for $32. They were asking $225 to ship his package. Now, people think, oh, UPS, I'm going to go into the UPS store and I'm going to get UPS pricing. That's not how it works. You're going to get UPS store pricing. That's a business, an independent run business that's there to make money. So if you need them to pack and do all of this stuff, you're going to pay a lot more. Even if you rarely ship, pirate ship. I solely use pirate ship now. I have on my website, let me get some of the smoke out of here, integrated with UPS and USPS, and I still use pirate ship as a third party because they can't even, or nobody can beat pirate ship's pricing. So it's free to have an account. You put your credit card number in. You don't have to put money into an account, but then you just box all that shit up yourself, slap a label on it, and then either give it to your UPS driver. My package was valued so high that I actually have to take some of these to a store and get a receipt and then have the employees sign this sheet. Just so in case anything happens, that's how I get my insurance reimbursed if it gets lost through pirate ship. And that's UPS in general. You need to have a sheet. And I mean, if you're mailing something several thousands of dollars, you want to take it into a store. Other than that, I just give it to my driver and he'd scan it and he'd be on his way. So pirate ship, UPS store. I'm glad they're there because I had to take my package in. They scanned it, gave me my receipt, signed my thing, and I'm out. But yeah, let's talk about the cigar I'm enjoying this morning. And that is the Cabaguan from Tatuaje Cigars. Years and years ago, I don't know, I have a lot of new followers here, so some of you old cats would know that for the longest time, I didn't smoke Tatuaje cigars. A lot of them were too bold, too spicy, and it just didn't fit my profile. So I'm at the Great Smoke down in Boynton Beach years ago, and chatting with Pete, and just mentioned that. And he goes, "Have you had the Cabaguan?" And I go, and I don't know if it's Cabaguan, if you pronounce that, or Cabaguan, if it's like, a J, so I don't know. And I know, no, I haven't. And so I got home. They didn't have any there. Back then, they weren't selling a lot of cigars there. So I got some in. Oh my God, fell in love with this cigar. Chatting with another buddy of mine at a cigar lounge, maybe months later, and he's a big Tatuaje fan. And I asked him if he had that cigar, and he goes, "Yeah, I love that cigar." And I go, "Yeah, it's like the first Tatuaje that I really like." And he's like, "Ah, it's kind of strange. Have you had this?" And I go, "No." "Have you had this?" "No." "This?" "No." "This?" "No." "This?" "No." He goes, "What have you had?" And so I told him the cigars I had, and he goes, "You need to look into Tatuaje. You have smoked a tiny fraction of what Pete puts out." So I'm like, "Oh, really?" So I started delving more into all the the Talier line, and all the other ones I can't think of right now. If I walked in my Humidor, I would notice them, the Monster series. And so the more I delved into the Tatuaje line, the more I loved it. And then I just figured out, I only not liked 4 things, out of the 40 that Pete makes, and just like, oh, so now when people will say, it'll be let's say a Dunbarton. Oh, I don't like Dunbarton cigars. And I'm like, oh, what have you had? And they'll be like, then they'll tell me, and I'm like, well, have you had this? Have you had that? Have you had that? Like, no, I haven't. Well, you've only smoked, so I'm that guy now. So, but I'm that guy that you gotta smoke through. If people are raving about the cigars, like Tatuaje, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, Foundation cigars. These cigars people are always raving about, always loving, and if you're not liking them, maybe, maybe reach out to someone, like if you got a friend that loves those, like, hey, what cigars are you smoking that you're loving? Why are you liking all these cigars when I'm not a fan of these? And then I would say the majority of the time you're going to find out that you're smoking a very small portion of that maker's portfolio. And maybe maybe you'll find something in that portfolio you'll like, and then dive deep. And now, like I said, I'm a Tatuaje lover. I smoke. There are some. I don't like the tattoos. Just don't hit me just right. And then some of like the I love the Cajonio, but like some of the like the basic brown label stuff, I can't remember which ones are which, and because all the labels are the same. But I don't like some of those because they're just a little bit too bold for me. So, but yeah, I smoke a ton of Tatuaje now, and if you haven't tried the Cab Iguan, it's it looks like a light cigar, but it's not. It's got some depth. It's got some oomph behind it. It's not a powerhouse by any means, but it's got a little bit of that hay, a little bit of that earthiness. Tons of good smoke. There's a nuttiness. I don't want to say a peanut, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know my nuts either. But there's just definitely a nuttiness. You know what? As I chew on that a little bit, it may be more of like a bready note than a nuttiness. Maybe like a bready, almost like a sourdough. I don't know. Who cares? Who the fuck cares what I think or what getting from the cigar? Just if you haven't had this one yet, the Cab Iguan, try it and smoke it. If you're not digging on a cigar from a manufacturer and everybody seems to be loving this brand, there are brands that I have wanted to like. I have wanted to like brands, and I've taken my own advice and delved deep, and it's like, man, they really don't make anything that I like, and I just stay away from them. It is what it is. But I've given them a shot. I have smoked across the portfolio, and come to the conclusion that I just don't like the cigars they're producing. I'm not going to name those brands, but there's probably only about 4 brands that I just stay away from. Because I said just nothing I dig. So, all right, just about home. That was my my rant and my advice for the day. Peace.